but no, we need to focus on this first. And then, hey, let's take your concerns offline or whatever it is. Oh, I'm speaking HR jargon right now, aren't I? Or corporate jargon. Don't follow their bounce. If you follow their bounce or that shiny thing on the wall, it's a recipe for an unproductive meeting and an unproductive dialogue and not getting anything done. The next one I think is probably one of the more diabolical ones on the list, and that is shame-based minimizing. So the gaslighter is going to do this, and we've seen this movie before, right? Their goal is to make you feel too emotional, too intense, or just too much, right? And I know women in the workplace deal with this all the time, right? They're dubbed as too emotional. And I don't know, my female friends in the workplace, they do not like that. And I totally get that. A gaslighter is going to try and make them feel that way, right? It shifts the focus to them trying to find fault with you. You know, here's an example. You care too much, and you know what? No one else takes this so personally, Jane. It's so condescending, first of all. Their goal is actually to elicit more emotion from you. So if you're passionate about your job and then they're saying, well, you're too passionate, you know, and everything, and then you get angry at that, it shifts the focus back to you. They're trying to set you up for failure. So again, all you have to do is respond with a calm, professional demeanor. I'm expressing a valid concern. Period. End of sentence. Don't play into their game. My emotions are actually appropriate for what's happening. Again, you're validating your stance and saying this is absolutely appropriate and everything you just said is wrong. So the next one is actually, it's not only gaslighting, it's also a low trust behavior, right? So if you're working with, and this could be a leader you're working with or a peer or even a subordinate, right? Is they don't apologize. They just redirect, right? They never own anything. And just to go, back to my favorite book, The Speed of Trust, one thing that builds trust is you own your mistakes. And these people create a low trust environment hand over fist because they never own their mistakes or own that they were wrong. So they deny, they deflect, they distract. That is the name of the game. That's their mission.